I want to get my trichology license, but before I get my trichology license, I'm really thinking about going through the national chapter through the state to get certified with them first before I do my trichology, because it's so important to start and finish. Not jump in the middle, not just jump and think you're going to get your license online. Like a lot of people tell me I can go online and get my trichology license. Okay, I've been told that for years, and I know that's not true.
So let me ask you this. So I have to interject here because you have been talking about wanting to be educated more in trichology for a number of years now, and that is one of the things that prompted me to write the article that I wrote. Did you get a chance to read that?
I don't think so.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
and I need to read it.
Yeah, you need to read it. But you are in the circles with people who know better.
Yes.
And Melvina Cox has been on the How the Hair Are You show,
yes.
and we only had her for an hour. And from the education she's gotten from a proper trichology training, mm-hmm. she was able to share a lot of the information about hair loss and her concerns. Mm-hmm. But just a recap of the article is something that I wrote in Medium, mm-hmm. and that is a online platform for anybody to write an article. So I wanted to really establish what is being talked about in the industry from a professional standpoint, mm-hmm. because I applaud a lot of professionals wanting to get their education and really do what's right by way of their clients.
And by the way, it's not a lot of us. That's the problem. It's not a lot of us. I mean,
right.
Last night, you think about, and talking to the barber that I talked to yesterday, mm-hmm. and he works with Ms. Melvina also, to talk to him and say it's 11,000 barbers in Chicago, and only 30% are really barbers, licensed barbers.
Wow.
You can only imagine what it is in the Chicago cosmetology. Yeah. You can only imagine.
Right.
And you know, and this is what I've always tried to tell people: when you're in someone's chair and your hair is at a standstill, and it's like, okay, you say my hair won't grow. No, your hair grows every day. There's a problem. If your hairstylist is not addressing it, if she's not educating herself, if she's not doing what she needs to do to help you, working with dermatologists, working with other people to help rectify what your issue is, then something's wrong there. If you've been in that chair for 10 years and your hair's worse, something's wrong. It being you or the cosmetologist, but the cosmetologist should know something's wrong, mm-hmm. and not continue to do your hair, so.
No, you're absolutely right, and that is one of the reasons why trichology I think is so important, because it goes mm-hmm. over and beyond the standard education that is provided to cosmetologists. So I'm not saying that isn't something that is needed, because you have to have a foundation, but you have to build on that foundation and get even more education, especially now that the state of hair, and particularly Black women's hair, mm-hmm. or in particular Black women's hair.
Yeah, we struggle. Oh my God, we have a struggle.
But you know what's interesting? So I don't believe you weren't here. So Chicago State University and Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, the chapter here, or I should say the Lambda chapter, which is the undergrad chapter in Chicago, they hosted a hair talk for students here last semester on campus. Now, what was fascinating is women were talking about being natural, and we're all supporting each other being natural.
Yeah.
But the problem is not everybody is happy being natural.
Yeah.
And they're unhappy, and they're hiding their hair in weaves and wigs, mm-hmm. because they don't feel like they have the time to dedicate towards having their hair in the natural state. They don't feel that the look that they have with their hair natural is what they want to present. So there are still obstacles. While they're still trying to embrace being natural, there are still some obstacles. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And I say all that because education is needed to help those who aren't achieving what they want. But the fact that they're hiding behind wigs and weaves is complicated, because not only are they not liking their real hair look, but they're causing damage to their hair
Yeah.
that they don't realize that they're
Yeah.
causing, and it can be long term. And we need
Mm-hmm.
people who are more educated like you, wanting to pursue
Yes.
more education in trichology, so that you can at least help assist a physician who it, hopefully someone going through these issues are going to a qualified physician, so that you can actually help in that process.
Yeah, I mean, that's why, you know, hair without control is like life without direction. You know, that's something I say all the time. When we have a bad hair day, it's like our whole day is just like blah. You know, you don't feel like you look good, you don't want to go to work like this, you don't want to go to school. The kid, even children, it starts at a very young age, you know,
Yeah.
very young age.